Just sometimes things become normal for us. You'll ask, like, what do you mean normal? Everything. How you behave, how you move, what activities you do, things become normal. And I don't mean it in a bad sense, but I mean it from a more of a grounding, or depending on the matter itself, like what have you become accustomed to? And I think as an individual who gets to realize that, he's either gonna fix it or become more grounded, or I think the third option is just be grateful, and be glad about it if it's good, and if it's bad, of course, you gotta change and fix it. But anyway, this is Catching Up with Wajeeh. Of course, I'm Wajeeh, and today is October 19th. It's 2 p.m. I was just listening to Fortunate Son, amazing song, Painted Black. And yeah, I was just thinking about, like, a couple of years ago, I had this spree in this exact place, on the same table, not the chair. And I was just going through the World War II veterans' first accounts, second accounts, the Vietnam War, and all of it. I was just listening through. I would say that he's like one of my mentors, even though he would never know it. But I'm grateful that he does what he does. His name is Jocko Willink. I'm pretty sure you guys know the Jocko podcast, and that's how I learned a lot about resilience and patience and continuing on, moving forward, and all of that good stuff that I believe should be compulsory, not for every, not for younger kids, but for more and more teenagers. I believe that, and for young adults as well. It's important. Anyways, getting to the point. And while I was listening through it, I just remember listening to the Vietnam War, around that era songs, and all these different musics, like the Creedence Wallens, the Blackwater, and so on and so forth. I don't have the exact names, but I'm just saying from what I remember. And it was almost very surreal because I was living in in those times and in those moments for those few months. And I remember, like, once I did stop, and I had to stop listening because it was just overwhelming me, and it was getting to the point where I was constantly thinking about it and feeling it on my heart, like, for both, I mean, like, the people fighting, the ones who died, the ones who are alive, for everyone, for the whole scenario. Yeah, it's crazy, man. And we are still living through those times. There's still wars going on, there's still misery and people dying at this very moment. And we could just sit there and say, I want to do something, but really, what could you do? There's just so many restrictions, and there's an agenda behind all these things. There's an objective, there is a purpose for all these killings, or this chaos, you could say. Yeah. So in the end, you just become a tiny hurdle if you try to do something. then you just vanish into thin air. One bullet, that's all it takes. One fucking bullet, and you're dead. You're like that one guy in the hotel, you know, you see, I saw that, um, saw some video. It was saying there was a guy, he died, and people found him. There was no wounds, there was no blood. And they're like, how the fuck did he die? He essentially had like a heart attack, I believe. And then imagine if someone killed you that way, you know. You're there just chilling, full of serotonin, just relaxed, in solitude, with no fucks given about anything, and you're just chilling in a hotel, you're just relaxing, and suddenly you're dead. Because some retard next door just fired a gun, and apparently that bullet just deflected and reflected right into your anus. And it just slid in, bro. It didn't even fucking puncture or do anything. Didn't even bleed, bro. It was fucking lubricated. I don't know how. And just straight up went up your anus, right to your heart, and you died. That's what vanishing means when you try to do shit about, you know, yeah. Root causes, man. That's what I was fucking curious about. It's also about like connecting the dots. Like, oh fuck. It's almost confirmation bias. I figured that out. The fucking algorithms push your fears and the things that you're interested in on you. So it's like a mix of slap and dab. You know what I mean? So cure? Fucking get away from your phone, bro. Live in the real life. Stop using phone. Stop using Instagram. Stop using all these fucking social medias. There is no shortcut. It's a long fucking cut, and you gotta take that long, boy, no matter what. And then apparently, I was listening to the podcast, The Diary of a CEO, which I was telling you about yesterday. Today was supposed to be, I was supposed to bring on one of my close friends, and we were supposed to have a discussion on some of the things, you know, things going around. But apparently, there was some miscommunication, and you know, timings change. It's probably going to be next week. You're gonna be hearing me 5 more times, or maybe 6 more times. So bear with me. Root causes. So yeah. So the podcast Diary of a CEO, and Robert Robert Ludwig or Ludwig. Let me just double check that. I don't want to get his name wrong, man. Very, very freaking interesting. Sorry, it was none of those. Wow. This is Dr. Robert Lustig. Amazing, bro. It's like it's almost like this, you know. You hear a good side and you hear a bad side. Now you have two sides, right? There's a good side, there's a bad side. And you can distinguish which one is good or which one is bad depending on what you find good or what you find bad, depending on the information you are fed or that you understand. But sometimes it's like both of those are fucking wrong. Both of those are fucking wrong. Because it's somewhere in the middle where you find the perfect shit. And I feel like that's what Robert Lustig is doing. He's he's in the middle. He's taking the good from here and the good from here, and it's good. It's all the good. And I'm just giving you an analogy from what I feel and I understand. It's amazing, really, because he's speaking the root cause of everything essentially comes all down to fucking you. You have to fucking own it. You have to fucking understand, wake the fuck up, and see what are you putting in your body? What type of fucking shit are you eating? And don't get me wrong, I've been there. I was a fat fuck, you know. I was a fat fuck, and somewhere in the middle, I realized I don't want to be fucking fat, and I stopped eating sugar. I'm still eating sugar every now and then. I'm gonna fucking cut it down because it all comes down to this fucking root cause, man. Microplastics, the environment itself. All these things are like you can't really change them, but you should put a daily effort to minimize all these things. I'm not fucking rich. I swear to God, I'm not fucking rich. You can see the fucking rag over there, you know. I'm stressed too. I'm fucking working my ass too. I've been awake since 4 fucking AM. And I've been working since fucking 6 AM. I ate some eggs. I made some tea. And I added some maple sugar in it. That's it. That's it. I ate, came, started working. It's 2 p.m. I finished work around 1. I work for myself. I'm happy with what I'm working with. I enjoy my work because it's my hobby as well. What more can I ask for? I'm doing my best. Yet there is still so much more to improve. There's always fucking things to improve. This sugar thing has got me fucking tricked up. And I'll tell you another thing. There was a fucking retard guy who messaged me, and I get these people all the time. I don't fucking get this, bro. I don't fucking get this. We live in an era of fucking chat GPT, Google, Firefox. What our phones speak to us. Okay. You could ask your phone. I saw this guy, he messaged me. Um, he texted me, can you tell me the difference between this and this? What the fuck is wrong with you? Can't you fucking put this in the Google? Or am I the Google? Like, wouldn't it be more fucking easy to just take your fucking question, put it in the goddamn Google or put it in the chat GPT, Perplexity, Claude for your fucking and just look, just see, read, try to be a human, not a fucking man. These people piss me off. It fucking pisses me off. What type of fucking plastic are they chewing on? Like, are their underwears like 99% plastic? Like, they're absorbing all that plastic right up their ass. It's going directly into their fucking brains and causing all that inflammation. Sorry, I have all this information from well, it's not fully completed. I still have to listen to the rest of the podcast, but I'm just thinking, man, so much of this is just your own inability to look for the truth, um, or let's not just call it fucking truth. Yeah, let's just call it knowledge, man. And you decide for yourself what's right and wrong. Try. What the fuck are you gonna do? What else do you have to do? Try it. Don't try steroids or Ozempic, but if it's saving you. Anyways, I won't get into it because I don't have any knowledge or any concrete knowledge on that. But man, so Dr. Lustig, he's putting it all out there, man. All the problems that we currently are facing with society, with all these, it's like you see these circles, man, these echo chambers, and then it's almost like the pinnacle of echo chambers, inception, and microplastics, I would say, or I'm being too retarded now, but just eating junk, let's just say that, eating junk, all this processed food. Bro, I'm saying I sound like a rich fucking guy, even to me, but you are dumb. You spend more money with processed foods as compared to organic, or like, let's not call it organic, but real foods. Eggs, you can buy them. Fresh veggies, you could buy them. Fruits, you could buy them cheaper, cheaper than the fucking processed foods. Bro, those processed foods, no matter what you do, they are costing you more fucking money. Even if you buy, let's say, 10 dirhams worth of, junk for the whole day, let's say, you're happy that you saved up 30 dirhams. No, bitch, you didn't save 30 dirhams. You're fucking going to have some artery trouble now with your heart, or with your stomach, with your thyroid, with your brain. Now you're spending more money on health. How the fuck do people not get this? You're investing on yourself, on your health, and it's saving you more money. It's saving you the trouble. It's giving you more focus, more quality of life. If you can enjoy it, if you can take it, if you can understand it. Motherfuckers, spending less is not the fucking answer. Educating yourself and understanding these things is looking at the long-term consequences is the answer. You save up some money just so you can, not spend more on food and have a full stomach. Meanwhile, your stomach is full of ulcers, cancer. Now, 5 years down the line, you saved up, let's say, 500,000. Okay, let's say 5 fucking million. Amazing. 5 fucking million. Not even dirhams, dollars. Now you have stomach cancer. You're gonna die in 2 years. Or let's say 3 years. Let's say 5 years. You take that 5 million, you're gonna spend all of that fucking money just to recover your health. Where are you now? You're right back where you started if you saved up money, not invested. Investing will be another option. Now, if you want that money, you want to use it, you will liquidate that, and it's the same fucking effect. Now you're back at fucking zero. What was the fucking purpose? If you save, imagine if you spent maybe 30, 50, 100 more, you could afford to. Let's say 50 more, okay? You can afford to. You can afford to. It's not like you can't. Real foods are cheap. They are not that expensive. You save up. You essentially are investing on yourself. How can people not understand that? You're gonna be more capable, you're gonna be more efficient, you're gonna be more productive, you're gonna be more creative, you're gonna be making more money if you just invest on yourself and not just like studying. That is a part of it, yes. But your health, man, how can I fucking make. I wish really people could understand this specific part. And I am cursed myself. My fucking parents, man, they're the same. I'm not different from you guys. Some of my friends are the same. It's really hard to. It's just like, did are they blind? And it's like, yeah, because they've been in this chain of effects and try effects, and now they're stuck. They can't really get out. And to break this cycle, that's the hardest thing. It's not like you become some fucking ascendant angel now that you know that this sugar and this processed food is destroying you. No, you just don't do that shit. Understand, move on, have a better life in a way. It's not that hard. It's not that fucking hard. Man, sorry, I think I almost went on a different tangent and started ranting. But yeah, and I think it's just like this part of life. This is what I was saying, trade-offs. I sometimes not fear, but try to understand. I understood this or broke out of this cycle. What was the trade-off? I think the trade-off was what I experienced and how it all went, right? Yeah. And now I'm here, just like so many other people. So many different people are speaking up about this. All these problems, diseases, and issues with mental health, and I've been saying it, most of these are not, they are real because of the consequences, but they're not actually something that's chronic, or like it's not gonna go away. It can go away, it will go away, but there's no shortcuts. You're not gonna get it in a pill, and if you do, there are trade-offs. So that's what Stephen was saying as well, the host of Diary of the CEO. There's no shortcuts in life. Understand that, and may God be with you, man. The man in the iron lung, he lived for 70 something years in the iron lung. So, for people who don't know what an iron lung is, it's like this um, this tube. Essentially, think of it, you're laying on your bed, your head is the only thing that's out, the rest of your body is in a cylindrical metal casing, and it's breathing for you because you can't breathe. That's what's called an iron lung. And this guy, he couldn't move, and all he could move was his head, eyes, nose, mouth, and he's not moving. He's in that same place, in that huge iron lung, just there laying around. And you, me, and everyone else, we're just fucking walking around, moving, flapping our hands. Just understand. Try to look at it. Just try to look at it from that guy's perspective who's in the iron lung. Wouldn't he have the excuse to have all the fucking illnesses, all the fucking mental diseases in the world, all at once? Yet he didn't. Maybe he had his ups and downs. but he lived 70 years. Humans, you know. Yeah. It's also the same, you know. It comes down to, even for me, if when time came, it was like, it's one of those songs from the Raven Age. I think it was, um, I think Dying Light. The Dying Light. I want to find that song. Give me 1 second. I will find it and I will continue. Yeah, so both, there were two songs. The Raven's Age, Winds of Change, and then the other one was The Raven's Age, The Dying Embers of Life. And both of those have that element where, you know, those days come for you too. Those, the man you thought you wouldn't be, now you're that man. And I was thinking about it, like all those things which I spoke of, like, oh, you, it can't be like that, it can't be like this, oh, you won't feel it, oh, no, 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 no. And then it finally came time for me to fucking suffer for my share of shit talking, you know? And there I was. I just had to keep reminding myself to practice what I speak, feel, and say to others. Just that simple. It sounds simple. I can say it's simple right now, but when I was feeling, or perhaps if anyone else, it's not simple. It's not fucking simple. Because it's almost like this karmic retribution from God. Oh, you were pretty nonchalant about that, right? Here you go. And then some more. And once you're done with that, a little bit more. Let's see how you do it. Let's see if if you do what you suggest to others, if you practice what you preach. Oh, yeah. And sometimes this is true as well, something I learned, which I knew, but I don't know why I was fighting against it. But not all problems are meant to be solved. That's something as well. If you can't solve it, leave, fucking leave it. Just do something else. Find something else. Fix your health. All these things are connected. What you eat, what you do, how you think, all of these are connected. And the sooner you start to realize that pattern, the sooner I feel like the quality of your life starts to increase and you start to improve, both in every aspect. I think in every aspect you start to improve and your life just changes. And if you can remember that and assure yourself, bro, life is just, it's a one-time experience. You know, you gotta make the best out of it. Yeah, that's pretty much it from me, man. No, fuck that guy who was asking me what's the difference between this and this. Motherfucker, just fucking, like, it's so fucking frustrating. Like, it's almost like, let's bet how much plastic went up his ass, you know. Let's just, for the sake of it, you know. And from his mouth as well. Anyways, that's it from me. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Take care. Bye bye.